Hello, all. Scott Riley here. I just wanted to take a few minutes and share with you how I'm using musictheory.net in this time of being out of school for several weeks, if not a month, in order to teach and assess and keep in contact with my students, both in piano classes and choir classes. Musictheory.net is a great free website that if you're not using, I think you should. Go check it out and see what's on there. I've used it from anything from beginning piano students all the way through my AP music theory classes to help train and help them learn music theory. Once you go to musictheory.net, there's a lot of lessons, and you can assign a lesson based on what you want them to learn and demonstrate that will show them exactly how the staff and the clefs work. Is one I use. I like to assign that one. After they've done the lesson, or if they're already advanced enough that they already know that, you can move on to exercises. Musictheory.net offers a ton of great exercises that you can use. And one of the nice things on there is you can also go to tools, which the tools at the bottom is an exercise customizer, which allows you to take any one of the exercises that they offer and customize it for exactly the answers you want. For my piano students, for example, I'll do the grand staff or the clefs. I could do separate treble and bass clef if I wanted to. I can set the range to include or not include ledger lines, positions, lines, and spaces. I can limit the number of key signatures shown. Generally, I just start out with C major and no accidentals. Since I'm not asking for it, I'll take that out of there. Letter names, you can turn on helpers, which kind of give them the answers on the screen, or turn that off. And you can also enter challenge mode. Every time you change something here, the bottom of the page, this link changes. And that link is a specific link to the settings for the exercise that you want. So when you share and tell students what they need to do, you always want to customize your exercise, copy and paste this link into your communication with their students so that when they click on that, they get exactly to the exercise that you want them to do. Some of my favorite exercises here are keyboard identification, where they have to identify the letter name of the note. And I just start out with white keys and have them learn. And they simply put in the answer. They can either click with their mouse, or they can use the keyboard and actually click on the letter names. It keeps track of their score. It tells them when they're wrong or right. So you can see, you get all the answers and then finally get it right, and gives them a percentage. I also like to use note identification. And this one's got all the notes and the accidentals going on it, so that's a little more difficult. So they would just click on whatever note that they're reading, so they're learning to read the notes on the lines and spaces. You can also set this up to do solfege. And then for my piano students, I like to get to the point that they're doing what's called reverse keyboard identification, where they have to identify on the keyboard what the note is. And you can set this up so they can hit any G if it's out of place, or you can make them actually specifically have to locate the note on the piano, which is what I prefer, because ultimately that's what they have to learn, is they're learning piano. Now, how do you get these results, and how do you know what the students have done? Well, you can always have them submit a progress report to you. Have them complete a certain number of attempts or a certain number of correct attempts, and then they click on the three dots. They can reset the score if they want to. If they're not doing very well, they can reset the score, and hey, they just get more practice as they're trying to get the right answers and get a good score. But if they go to show progress report and they type in here, always have them do their real first and last name. You don't want all their nicknames, because you'll never know who you get reports from sometimes. And then they click sign report, and it's going to give them this code up here, and it has all this information as far as what the settings were on the exercise and what the score was. If they copy the code and send that to you, you could use email, or like I like to use Google Forms and have them fill out their first name, last name, what class period they're in, what date the exercise or assignment is from, and then paste their code into a field on the Google form. And then I can sort all those out and get easy access to them through Google Drive. But they copy that code and then post it for you. Once you go back to musictheory.net, there is a code checker on the tools. And if you go to the code checker, you input that code that they send you and click verify. and you get the progress report for first and last name, and it's going to show you how much time they spent, what their score was and what their percentage was, and what their settings are, which they should be doing the settings that you sent them. But that is a great way for you to collect information on the students and what they're doing and track their progress at home while we're on these extended breaks. I hope that helps everybody or is something you can use in your classroom. Feel free to hit me with an email if you need anything or if you have any questions. Thank you very much. Have a great day. I hope you are all well and taking care of yourselves and each other. Thanks. Have a great day. Bye.